This holiday season, it's so easy to overspend if you don't put yourself on a budget. But before those bills stack up, debt specialist from Financira Services, Richard Rubio, is here with some advice, and we all need it because you can overspend.
Yes, you can. It's a very easy thing to do. A lot of people, they want to buy for everyone.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, not all of us have the money to do that. So you definitely have to put yourself on a budget, put things together so you don't do that and pay for it for the rest of the year.
So let's go ahead and talk about Financira Services. What exactly can you do for people out there?
What we do for people who are experiencing a financial hardship or find themselves in a situation where maybe, they're just seeing no end to the cycle that they're paying on their debt. We're not just talking about your home or your car. We're talking about the things that you pay month after month, but you see no end to. We're going to pay off your house. We're going to pay off your car. You ask, 4 out of 5 people on the street, they can't tell you when to pay off their credit card debt, and that's a huge, it's a terrible situation to be in.
Yeah, from what I understand, this country is in the $1 billion when it comes to debt.
Exactly.
We want to make sure that we get out of it.
Yes.
For the future generation, too.
Oh, yeah, you want to have money later on down the road for savings, retirement. You're not going to be able to do that if you're consistently throwing away your money on balances that don't go anywhere.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about, you've got a pretty long list of what you can do in order to get out of debt, or actually to budget yourself during the holiday season.
Yes.
And one of them is plan ahead.
Yes, you want to make a list of all the people you want to buy, the money that you have allocated for them. Bring that list with you everywhere you go, and make a dollar amount for each person that you like to spend for, and stick to your list, stick to your budget. Take a set amount of money with you. Once you run out of cash, use your debit card. Don't use the credit card. That'll definitely help you out so you're not spending all that money on interest later on down the road.
I remember when people used to save to buy presents.
Well, that was a long time ago. Yeah. We used to put the money in the envelopes like our grandmas used to do. That was the smartest thing they could. And now we got credit cards. It's so easy just to swipe it and use that money.
So know your limits just by making that list.
Yes, and stick to it. It's one thing to have the list. But a lot of people, they want to buy for everyone. Then they see something more extravagant out there. They'll go right over it. And it's like, I ran out of money. Well, I got my credit card. Boom, swipe it.
Right.
And it's really hard to stick to that list.
Because right now the rates are really pretty high when it comes to credit cards. And didn't they have something just recently they want to raise, the credit card companies want to raise these rates?
The rates and the minimum payments. So if you're struggling before and they went and doubled that on you, you'll find yourself in a financial bind that you didn't foresee just because of a minor change that they made. It's minor to them. It can be catastrophic for yourself. So
you recommend truly use cash if you can.
Yes, cash is king in all businesses, but especially when you're dealing with your own personal finances. Don't go for the department stores kind of little teaser rates either. You get the 15% discount if you get this store card, but then pay 20 or 30% for the next 12 months. That one-day holiday could cause you a lot of damage to your finances for a year to come, so you don't want to do that.
Exactly. Now let's go ahead and talk about some examples, because I know you've got some graphs here. So tell us how this works.
This is one of our graphs that explains the total amount of debt that you have and what we could possibly do with our program. If you made minimum payments, the total amount you could possibly pay is about $132,000 on $20,000 worth of debt, which is the average person in San Antonio. That's what they have. With credit counseling, there's another program out there where they just work on a small portion of your interest. You're looking at paying back $38,000 with Financira. On that amount of debt, $20,000, we can get you to pay back about 8 to 12 and have you out of that situation.
Oh my goodness!
And then we're looking at on $20,000, obviously, and this is just an average. It could go longer. You're looking at paying that off 20 years just making minimum payments. With credit counseling, it's another program out there. It is helpful because it does reduce it down to 5 to 7 years, but with our program, you're looking from a year to 3 years, you're out of the situation, back on the track to financial freedom.
I can't even imagine 20 years paying off a debt.
And a lot of people don't, but it is the average, and it's sad because that's money you could be using for a lot of other things.
Yes.
And then here you're looking at the minimum payments, the average. You have $575 making the minimum payments, $485 for credit counseling. We're knocking that down to about half of what you're paying now, $350 on a monthly basis for 12 to 36 months.
Wow.
You're all taken care of.
Lots of savings there, that's for sure. Now, I want to ask you something. One of your topics also when it comes to budgeting and not overspending, you say do your research. What do you mean by that? That
means, go online, go on the internet, look through all the newspapers, see everybody's selling just about the same things when it comes to stores, what you're trying to buy, compare prices. $5 and $10 here and there on every present you buy can add up to a lot of money at the end of the day or at the end of the holiday season that you save just by doing a little bit of homework the night prior shower before you shop.
That's so true, because it can go a long way, and you want to get the biggest bang for your buck.
Definitely, because you're not just spending on gifts and stuff, you're also spending on decorations, traveling. It does come into it.
Ooh, it could really add up. So for more information on Financira services, here is some information. Now, of course, call now for your free debt analysis.
Yes, for the first 100 callers and first 100 emails, we offer people the chance to get a free budget analysis. We're going to help you not only with that, but how to get out of debt if you're struggling with your credit card debts and everything else.
Okay, so
give
there's
us a call now. We're here waiting for you.
There's a phone number. It's 1-866. Remember, that's 1-866-987-3328. Or email them at support@financira.com. Again, San Antonio's only full-service debt reduction program.
That's right.
And there's a website as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.